All right, lace them up sports. Let's go.
Let's go.
Will somebody tell me if we're supposed to start the program?
Freeman hits the ball to right field.
Into right field. She is gone.
One of a kind player. One of a kind season. Shohei Ohtani starts the 50-50 club.
This game's in the Admiral refrigerator. The door is closed. The lights out. Butter's getting hard. The eggs are cooling, and the Jello is jiggling.
What is going on, everybody? I am Mike, host of the LA Sports Roundup podcast. Today we have a pretty cool guest here. Her name is Sam. She is the host of the Dodger Buzz. Hey, Sam, how are you?
Hey, Mike. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to chat a little bit with you about some baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, truth be told, we were talking, before this, I saw your TikTok profile, and I was like, this girl seems like a cool girl to talk baseball to, and like I was saying too, like I want to build a community of people with with podcasting, within the sports nature, just building a community of people around that you can just collaborate with, and you seem like a cool person to do that with. And so today we're going to talk a lot about the Dodgers and who else, maybe some
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Like you said, it's been nice to kind of step into this area of sports media and be able to talk to a lot of people. You'd be surprised how many people are surprised that I know a lot about baseball and the Dodgers.
Right.
So I really appreciate you chatting with this gal, and it'll be nice to get to know you a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, let's start it off. Let's talk about, your early days as a Dodger fan. What inspired you? Did family inspire you to become a Dodger fan? What were your early
Yes,
days?
my origin story is like 80% of people. My dad, diehard Dodger fan his whole life. I was born, he started taking me to games right away. We were really just like soulmates in that way.
Okay.
We played baseball together all the time. If I wasn't at school or if I wasn't, actually playing a baseball game, we were practicing baseball, we were watching baseball, and it was always the Dodgers. So he definitely got lucky with his kid in the fact that I was pretty much obsessed with what he was obsessed with. So
That's awesome.
he definitely started that legacy, that Dodgers legacy, to hopefully have carried on by me, which it's been great. I've been a Dodger fan since day one. Yeah, and it's been so much fun up and down through the years, but these last few
Absolutely.
years have been the best so far.
Absolutely. Yes. Exactly. I mean, that's a little bit about, that reminds me about my childhood too, because my dad and my brother were always big Laker fans, Rams fans, Dodger fans, and so I grew up watching the games with them. Some of my biggest memories as a kid is watching the games with them, and anybody that's listening to this knows how much I love Kobe Bryant. I love the Lakers. Just watching the Laker games and watching Kobe, and that I feel like sports, a lot of it ties to family moments, whether
Definitely.
you're gathered around the TV, whether you're playing out, basketball or baseball with your parents or your brothers or
Yeah.
sisters, and so
Yeah,
sports
it's all
plays a
about, like
big.
you were talking about earlier. It's just literally about connection. It can be connection with your family. It could be connection with a stranger, right? You're at a Dodger game and they
Yeah,
score and you're looking around and everybody's high-fiving each other and you're like, I don't even know you, but let's go.
exactly.
So that's what makes, I mean, any sport, right? Any sport really, but just the connection and being able to kind of meet new people. And then not only that, but, deepen your relationship with your family or, like my dad. So yeah, I totally agree with you that it's more than just sports. And I think a lot of people who don't understand sports don't see it in that way when it really is.
Right, exactly. That's beautiful. It's beautiful how life and sports kind of just come together that way.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And do you have any like good memories of being young and kind of watching some games with your family,
Yeah,
whether it was a baseball game or a Laker game or
yeah.
anything like that?
Always. Yeah, there's so many I can point to. So many like basketball moments, a lot of the big time shots. Like if you, in history, Robert Ory's game winner against Sacramento, Derek Fisher's point four. The first time I even watched, like the first year I remember watching basketball was the year 2000, and the Lakers were playing in the Western Conference Finals against the Portland Trail Blazers, and I remember like jumping into my brother's arms when we won that game to like we won Game 7, and it was just like you remember those moments so clearly, and that was only about maybe 7 or 8 years old, but like those moments they'll stay with you for the rest of your life because
Totally.
it's not, the game is the game in itself, but like having that connection, having those memories with your brother, your parents, those are the lasting memories.
Totally. And it's emotional too. Like
It
people
is.
forget that, you know, any sport, any connection, it can be super emotional,
Oh
right?
my
I mean,
gosh, there's
I think I cried like 2020 when the Dodgers won, even though people call it a Mickey Mouse trophy.
oh my
Like
gosh.
I totally cried. I cried 2024 and I cried 2025, you know?
Right, exactly.
It's deeper than just sports. It's deeper than emotion. It's got a lot of layers to it, and it's always fun talking to people about it that
Right,
understand it, right? Because not a
right,
lot of people do, but they know the feeling.
right. And it's always a thing where you're invested into something that's bigger than yourself,
Yes.
and when you're truly invested in a team, and that team is, on a playoff run, like we've seen with the Dodgers, man, there's nothing more important in the world. You know, an
No,
asteroid could be
absolutely
coming,
not.
an asteroid could be coming to hit Earth, but if the Dodgers, are in Game 7 of the World Series, like what's more important?
I'm sitting down and watching Game 7, I'll tell you that.
Exactly. Exactly. So what really inspired you to make Dodger related content? Like to get into the whole social media. I don't want to call it influencer, but
Yeah, definitely just content creation. I honestly had been thinking about it for a few years. I grew up loving writing just as much as I grew up loving the Dodgers, so I kind of always had like a little inkling for it, like maybe I should do it, maybe I shouldn't. And this past year something just kind of clicked. I don't know if it's kind of just like to me it was I can do anything basically, right? I mean, we all choose what we do, either to make a living or just have fun. And I was just
yeah,
thinking, why not at least try to do something that I actually love and that I actually care about,
yeah,
rather than trying to fill my time doing something that I don't really like, you know?
mm,
And then trying to get off of screen time, trying to get off of YouTube
right,
and stuff, be a little bit more
yeah,
human and not just
yeah,
waste my days looking at a screen. So
yeah,
I waste my days making content for other people to look at the screen.
right, exactly, yeah, exactly,
Yeah, so it's been fun. It's been I'm still pretty premature in it, but so far, I mean, it's been the most fun I've had in a long time.
yeah,
I'm really diving into a lot of the Dodgers information, getting back kind of into knowing what's going on and all of the news and stuff like that.
yeah,
Meeting new people like you. So it's been short, but so far it's been really fun.
yeah. How long have you been doing it? How long has the page been going on?
I started the first game of the season this year
Okay,
for the Dodgers. So I
wow,
want to say what was that, like April 20 something.
yeah,
So yeah, it's been pretty premature, but like I said, so far it's been really fun. I really
yeah.
enjoy it.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. What's funny is you mentioned like it's a way to like get off of your phone, but I mean, as anybody knows with content creation, I have spent
Yes.
hours on my phone creating like content. And it seems like I can't get away from like, my phone, I'm never putting it down because
Yeah,
because like like you're creating the content, you're recording it, then you have to upload it, then you have to edit it first, and then it's a whole process.
it is a
So
process,
sometimes
yes.
you're like, I'm going from my phone to my laptop, back to my laptop to my phone. It's a whole ordeal.
Oh yeah, I get you. It really is. It's a lot of work. I've learned too, especially when you're doing like recaps, like because I do a lot of recaps. I gotta like record all of the plays
Yeah,
and put the plays into my videos and stuff like
yeah,
that. But I know like regardless, I think we're in this day and age where if regardless of if we're creating content or we're watching content, we are spending a lot more time on our phones. And I
yeah,
guess my perspective is I'd rather like spend it on something that I can create a video out of or create something out of versus just like indulging in it and kind of not doing anything.
Right.
So I do agree with you. I do spend a lot of time on my phone still. It's just
Yeah.
geared towards kind of making content or keeping up with news and stuff like that. Like you do different sports, so I couldn't imagine like
It's
all
hard.
of the
Yeah.
information you have to keep up on and
And honestly,
everything
like
that you read. So
I feel like I need to do a much better job at taking in all the information. But honestly, like it's so hard to take in everything.
it
It's so
is.
hard. Like, you're gonna miss some things,
It
you
is.
know. And
Yeah,
also,
especially with how quick everything kind of moves through
yes,
the
yes,
news. Like, if you don't post it today, like it's gone by tomorrow, you know? A
right,
lot of things can change. It's such a fast moving, and then with all of the
right.
information we do have now, it's like, how can I take all of this and just make
Yeah,
a few things, you know?
exactly. And with you, like in your content, like you have to post things right away because the next day it's old,
Yeah,
and so
yeah, 100%. It's taught me to be really fast. Like there's been early on there was like videos that I would record and not post for a few days and then it's like I can't even post this anymore because it doesn't even matter. There's a lot of things
right,
that are changing.
right.
So that's been a learning curve, but it's also been, I guess, exciting for me to kind of
Yeah,
just like write stuff and get it out and feel good about it, you know, and kind of not strive for perfection because y there's no way that you can be perfect in everything, you know. So
yeah,
you kind of just got to make do what you have,
yeah.
believe in it, and put it out, and hopefully other people will enjoy it too.
Exactly. Exactly. What kind of software do you use? Do you do like I use Zoom and then sometimes like for my podcast relating, for the LA Sports Roundup podcast, I use like Audacity. Sometimes I'll use GarageBand. What do you use?
For my recording, all I do is I have a DSLR camera, I have a Canon, and then I have a Yeti microphone. I record on my DSLR and then I use the sound recorder on my laptop that just comes with it. Put it all together in CapCut and post it. That's
There you go.
honestly all I
Yeah.
do. So yeah, I just keep it simple. I think it works. I think personally, I think CapCut works just as well as Adobe with editing and stuff like that. I'm not like a psycho crazy know-it-all editor, so CapCut kind of keeps it easy for me to
Definitely.
understand, and that's
Definitely.
really all I need. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like to keep it simple. I'm a
Yeah.
DSLR girl, sound
Nice.
recorder, CapCut.
Nice. Yeah, CapCut has come in clutch, especially with my intros. For the wrestling podcast and the LA Sports Roundup. Like the intros I use, like with CapCut, that's like my gosh, it makes me look like I'm a genius, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. And there's a lot of presets on there. It's really nice and
Yeah,
it's really simple. You can use it on your phone or on your laptop.
right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I am a CapCut girly. I'll tell you that. It's
I'm a
it's helped me so far.
I'm a CapCut girly too.
I love that.
Yeah. What kind of advice would you give to somebody that wants to start sports content and content creation?
Yeah, it's kind of scary in the beginning because you're like, is anyone even gonna watch? Is anyone gonna? And honestly, by the time you kind of start and you kind of get into it and you start writing and feeling, at that point, it just doesn't really matter anymore. It's kind of just about fun. So if
Yeah.
you've been thinking about it, if it's been on your heart and your mind, just write something and record it. I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Nobody's gonna see it. I
Right.
mean, the more you record, the more you post, the more people are going to see it.
Yeah.
You know, my views aren't anything crazy, but I get a lot of connections. I get a lot of, people commenting on things that I didn't even think anyone was going to care about. So
Right.
I would say just lose your ego, put yourself out there, start writing stuff, start recording stuff, and like, don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. Um, what's the worst that can happen? People just don't like your stuff, and then you end up not liking it, and then you can stop. But what if you do end up liking it, and then
Right.
you get better, and you start writing better, and you start meeting new people? You know, you
Right.
just never know what can happen, especially when you're in love with it, and if you enjoy it. I
Yeah.
mean, why not? Just go for it. You know, we
Just go
live in a
for it.
day and age where everything's on social media, you
Yeah.
know? So there's a need for people to make videos about everything and anything because you never know what people are going to want to watch.
Exactly. You,
Yeah. What
and
about you? I feel like you've been in the game for a little bit and have kind of gotten comfortable with
yeah.
podcasting and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
as a new person that's kind of just starting and getting into it,
Yeah.
what advice would you have for me or anybody
Yeah.
trying to start out?
The biggest thing that I've heard from other podcasters is consistency. You know, you have to build the reps,
Yeah.
and sometimes it is having a show or a podcast that, hey, maybe I wasn't my best, maybe that wasn't, or I missed a few things, or whatever the case may be. It's kind of just shaking it off and then going to the next one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Not everything's gonna hit. You're not gonna get,
Yeah.
hundreds of likes every post. You're not gonna,
Right.
but as long as you stay consistent and you actually kind of know what you're talking about, I mean, eventually one's gonna hit, and then
Yeah.
after that, even there's gonna be stuff that doesn't hit, and then there's gonna be
Right.
things that go viral. So it's just like you said, all about consistency and
Right.
like actually genuinely connecting with
Yeah.
the videos that you're making, because it can get frustrating. I
Oh
mean, it
my
takes a
gosh.
lot of time to film. It
My
takes a
gosh.
lot of time to edit it. It probably takes twice as long to edit. Then you
Yes.
got to post. It
And
can get
creating,
overwhelming, but just staying with it, as long as you keep doing it, I mean, you'll
yeah.
catch a rhythm. I've definitely found my rhythm a little bit more recently.
Yeah, creating clips is the hardest thing for me too. There's definitely easier ways to go about it, but like creating the clips, posting them to different social media platforms takes a lot of different time.
It
A
does.
lot of time to
It does.
do that. And
Yeah.
so, yeah. And then you're right. Like there's things that you feel like, my God, this is going to be so good. And you're really confident about it. And it gets 50 views. Uh,
Yes.
and it can be disheartening. I've definitely have moments where I posted something and I look at the views and it's not where I want it to be. And it does take you back a little bit, but you have to have the mindset of compartmentalization. All right, let's
Yes.
move on, move forward. Let's
Yes.
create, because the biggest thing for content creators is they stop because they don't see the results right away.
Yes.
And the more you can just say, hey, look, that didn't hit, but let's just try something different. And it's weird because there's things I do post on my TikTok that do hit, and I'm like, whoa, this came out of nowhere. Like, and so it's just sometimes it's finding the timing of things,
Uh-huh.
finding, like, and I can't get into the specifics of the algorithms,
Yeah.
but finding the timing of things, finding but obviously finding what works for you in your own style. Yeah, it's really just trial and error.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, especially with the different platforms, right? Like videos perform so much differently
Mhm.
on Instagram versus TikTok, or
Yeah,
Facebook versus YouTube Shorts. Like
yeah,
there's so many different outlets. It's like at some point you can't kind of cater to one. You can't make content just for
yeah,
one.
yeah,
I think you just got to make it and see what you
yeah,
like, and kind of just tinker around a little bit. And that's what I would, going back to like not striving for perfection, right? Like there's no perfect written column. There's no perfect video. It's kind of like what makes sports, right? Is like just kind of going out there, doing your best, putting it all out there, and then however your performance goes and people receive it, then that's kind of how it is.
exactly.
It can be, the worst performance at some points and the best performance at some points,
Yeah,
but as long as you just keep going, you'll kind of have
yeah,
a better idea of what people are looking for.
right. Truly. For me, it's also having an open mind to things, because when I started podcasting in 2017, reels weren't a thing. TikTok was not a thing. Um, you know, a lot of the visualization of what we do now was not a thing. And so really podcasts were just audio format. And so, this is gonna sound weird, but I started Lacing Up Podcast on SoundCloud.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I had a little bit of a following there, and then I moved it to Spotify. No, it was actually Apple or iTunes, actually. iTunes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, just like in the last,
Yeah.
even just like 5 to 10 years, how much has changed and how much
Right.
the ways that we consume media, even like, I mean, YouTube on a TV, like
Yeah.
10 years ago I wasn't watching YouTube on TV, and now
That's
cable
all
is
we
like
do.
non-existent because YouTube
Exactly.
is everything. So it's been interesting to watch kind of how everything works together and what
True.
people are doing, and
Yeah.
learning, especially from people like you, to see like what used to work, what didn't work, what can we bring back, what can we not bring back,
Yeah. And
And that's the beauty of like talking to people like you know,
Yeah.
getting a lot of insight about
Sure.
what kind of been going on.
Yeah, definitely. Having that open mind, because I remember, 2 years ago when I restarted the brand, somebody suggested TikTok, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that stuff.
Yeah.
But TikTok has been my biggest platform.
Yeah, same here. Same here. It gets the views and it gets a lot of followers. People, I feel like people feel more connected on TikTok for some reason.
Yeah.
Instagram's a little slower, but I was on the same boat. Like TikTok in the beginning for me was like, I would watch videos kind of just to cringe at people.
Yeah.
But it did turn into this like huge media thing where I watch a lot of news and stuff like that from TikTok, right? Or from Instagram. That's the way that a lot of people are consuming news. So a lot changes. The algorithms change and stuff like that. So I totally agree with you on that part.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think and how in the next 5 years what podcasting will look like in general too.
Yeah, because like you said, podcasting, a lot of people just used to do audio. That was a huge thing, but now people like crave watching a podcast,
Also too.
watching an hour-long conversation,
Yeah.
which is very interesting because I do too. Like if I'm listening to a podcast, I enjoy actually watching the conversation rather than listening because I feel like I retain more information when I watch people talking.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of change in that too. Just the way that people are willing to just watch conversation happens or watch somebody talk, because it is a little bit more engaging.
Right, absolutely. And also like, going live too. I've done that on my wrestling podcast with my partner there. And it's really really helped like just bringing people in.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable going live, that's definitely up your alley if you can do that.
Yeah, I have not gone live yet, but I definitely want to try to do a few games. I love watching Dodger games and I love talking during them.
The biggest
So
thing
we'll
for
see if
you.
that works out eventually. I usually get home from work like right as the game's starting, but maybe one day I'll make it happen.
And I guarantee you, Sam, like you're gonna build up your fan base, and you're gonna build up your community. Like you will be like if you go to a Dodger game, people will recognize you.
Yeah, I mean, I've already gone to some Tower Buzzers games, the Ontario Tower Buzzers. They're the single A affiliate for the Dodgers in Ontario. I've gone to a few games there, and like the staff notices me, and I feel so cool when that happens.
They're celebrities.
And you just don't realize how much your content is being viewed and shared throughout the region, you know?
Yeah.
So it's been cool so far. So now I'm definitely gonna try to do some Dodger lives and stuff like that at the stadiums. I got to make my way down there already. I haven't gone to a game this year because the prices are crazy, but I will be going eventually.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Same here. We can only afford so much around here.
Yes, exactly. That's why I go on down to Ontario for my $10 lawn seats.
Exactly.
And
It's
I'll
so
go down to
terrible.
Dodger Stadium for the giveaways and stuff like that. So it's nice. I'm spoiled in the IE. We have so much baseball here. We got the Ontario Tower Buzzers, like I said. We have the Lake Elsinore Storm, who's the Seattle minor affiliate. Then we have oh no, I'm sorry, the Storm is the Padres affiliate. Then we have the 66ers, who are the Mariners, and then the Quakes, who are now the Angels. So
Yeah.
the IE, I have no shortage of baseball games here. And then when I want to go get my bobbleheads and there's no place on earth like Dodger Stadium, just the energy and the fans.
Exactly.
It's truly my heaven on earth. My favorite place in the world is Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
But sadly I can't enjoy it as much anymore. So so when I do go, I
Yeah.
really, really take it all in. It's
That's-
not as often anymore as I used to.
Trust me, I can't go to as much Laker games as I used to for the same reason. Just the cost is ridiculous.
It's crazy. I mean, and I get it, like they're winning championships, they got a stacked team. But yeah, like I said, growing up, my dad, single dad, would take me to Dodger games. We'd sit in box seats, right? My dad was like a 27-year-old single dad with
My
a kid,
gosh.
and he could afford field level box seats for me and him to sit in. Like
That's amazing.
that was probably what, 2007, 2006 era. So going from that to like nowadays is just
Wow.
insane. But I mean, that's with everything, right? I
Yeah.
mean, everything has just gotten so expensive, but yep,
Yeah.
I'll still go support my Dodgers, don't get me
Okay.
wrong. You
Nice.
can't keep me away from Dodger Stadium, that's for sure.
Exactly. Exactly. So, what are some of your favorite games? Maybe through childhood, through adulthood, that you've witnessed yourself?
So I was thinking about this. My favorite game, I don't have many, but my favorite game that I ever went to that actually was there was uh August 2nd of 2014. I
Okay.
went for my 15th birthday. My
Okay.
one of my Theos took me for my 15th birthday. We sat field level seats right next to the bullpen.
Oh.
And it was the game where Hanley Ramirez hit his 3-run homer walk-off in the 12th inning.
Oh, wow.
That was the longest game I've ever been to as
Yeah.
well. I mean, it was so much fun. It started pouring rain in like the 10th inning. We were all
Gosh.
so tired. And yeah, Hanley Ramirez hits a walk-off 3-run homer and it lands right next to us in the bullpen.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, the energy in that stadium was just amazing. So that's by far my favorite Dodger game I've ever been to.
Wow. So for
My
you,
favorite Dodger game I've ever watched, definitely Game 7 of 2025 last year. There's no better baseball game in the history of baseball, honestly. For
okay.
me, not for the Blue Jays fans, but for me.
Right. Okay. So next question, where were you when I guess the last 2 years when we won the World Series?
I was at home with my dad. I mean, most of the Dodgers stuff that I talk about is with my dad, luckily. He's
Yeah.
my favorite person ever. But yeah, it was rough because like when you're going through like such a long like game 1 through game 7, we did have a lot of watch parties. Like we would host one, we would go to some. And I think eventually we just got tired. We're like, we need to just watch game 7 at home. So yeah, me and my dad what was it? Game 4 or 5. What did they won in 2024, right?
Yeah.
They
No,
swept the
game
Yankees.
five.
So game 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we watched game 5 here at home and
Yeah.
then game 7 here at home as well. We were watching in the living room together. So
Yeah.
it wasn't very eventful, but it was very, very special. The connection, like I
Yeah.
said, the emotional aspect.
Yeah.
I've only seen my dad cry like a handful of times,
Oh my gosh.
and most of those handfuls were when the Dodgers won the World Series. So
There you go. There you
yeah, what
go.
about you? Do you remember kind of where
Yeah.
you were with both of those?
Yeah, it's similar. I was at home here watching it with my family and both times, both games, I thought we were dead in the water.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so like last 2024, I remember we were down like 5-0. It was an ugly game. And I remember looking to my brother and I was like, just win it at home. Just gonna have to win it at home. And
Yeah.
so like he walked away from the TV. Some other people walked away from the TV, and I'm just like sitting there still watching it. I'm on my phone now. I'm not really even paying attention, to be honest. And then like we start like chipping away, and I'm like, I don't want to get too excited about this, you know.
Yeah.
And
I don't
then
want to
like
jinx it.
right, exactly. And then the was the fifth inning. It was the fifth inning when we really caught up. I was like,
Right.
oh fuck, like this is actually happening.
Yes.
Yes,
And
yeah,
especially like with I know 2024 was a good one, but man, 2025's World Series run
uh,
was insane. Like
yeah.
especially that last game 7, I remember
My God,
when Andy Pajes made that catch
oh
running over Kike Hernandez. When that ball got hit, I even
yeah,
started walking away from the TV. I was like, this is it. We lost, whatever.
yeah,
Then I hear my dad just like, "Rah!" And I turn around. I'm like, there's no way he caught that ball. There's absolutely no way he caught that ball.
right,
And yeah, I thought we were dead in the water.
yeah.
I was already like conceding, damn, we lost this one.
Even Kike
Um,
Hernandez thought we lost.
yeah, he was laying out on the ground like, damn. And
Yeah,
yeah, thank God for Andy Pajes catching that ball.
dude.
Thank God for Will Smith hitting that home
God.
run. Thank God for
Yeah.
I mean, everything in like the game you're talking about, right? In game 5 and then in game 7, like everything just felt like it was too good to be true. Like there's no way that this could happen. But it was like it was a transcending experience, I'll say that.
Exactly.
I've never felt that emotion, that like um nervousness. Like you're not even playing, but you're as nervous as if you are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I love about
Yeah.
sports and baseball. It's like you can kind of
Yeah.
take those emotions and really, really feel them.
Yeah.
And allow yourself to feel them because
Yeah.
everybody's just
Exactly.
talking the whole game about how they're feeling. It's like the
Right.
one thing we can all kind of openly discuss our
Yeah.
feelings about,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
that was it. There will never be another game seven like that. It was by
Uh,
far the best game I've
yeah.
ever watched of baseball.
And that Miguel Rojas home run, my God, that was like I could not
Ridiculous.
believe it. I was like, holy shit, we really tied this thing up.
Yeah, in the freaking eighth
Yeah.
inning.
And
Like,
that was the heartbreak for the Blue Jays right there. They'll
oh my
never be able to
God.
recover
I
from
couldn't
that.
imagine being a Blue Jays fan. Like I said, it was the best day of my life, but
Yeah.
man, if I was a Blue Jays fan,
Sick. They got
I
to
would
they
have crumbled. I would have
yeah.
crumbled on the floor. That was just, yeah. And then another one I would have crumbled on. Do you remember when they played the Phillies in the playoffs and we were losing actually, or we were tied,
Yeah.
and the pitcher overthrew the ball to home plate and we won
Yes.
the game
Yes.
advancing? Oh
Yes.
my gosh, I would have crumbled if that happened to the Dodgers.
I
That
know.
was another game where I was like, wow,
My
this
God.
is like
The
this could only
best.
happen to the Dodgers, basically.
Exactly. Exactly. But we know as Dodger fans, we have been through the lows and we've been through the highs.
Yes, yes,
And so we know
definitely. If
what
you're a
it's
Dodger
like.
fan long enough, it's not been a straight shot the entire time. It's been very, very up and down. And then you had
Exactly.
the 2017 team who,
Yeah.
that honestly, that was like my favorite group of guys right there.
Yeah.
Dodgers 2017 team in my head is like, wow, that was
Yeah.
such a good era. But this
That
is a
team.
dynasty for sure.
Right.
We're in the midst of a dynasty in this year.
Right. It really makes up for all those horrendous losses.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. What about you? What about your favorite Dodger games?
Yeah, I mean, like last year is obviously up there. But I always remember the Justin Turner walk-off home run. Even like the Chris Taylor walk-off home run. You know,
Yes.
yeah, a lot of those. But some of my favorite ones, and it's going to go way back too. Manny Ramirez. You remember Manny Ramirez?
Oh yeah, Manny
Yeah,
would.
Manny would. Yeah, I remember. So that's when I started really watching baseball, and so that team was electric too.
I have let's see, what do I have here? I had Manny Ramirez here, but I have Justin Turner's walk-off home run
Oh,
bobblehead right
nice.
here. Yeah,
There you
shout out
go.
JT. I love Justin Turner. I actually really want to go see him in TJ with
Yeah,
the Toros, man.
yeah.
That the way that he's embracing the Mexican culture over there
Yes,
with his family, it's so cool to see.
that'd
So
be
I have to make my way down to TJ to go
sure.
watch a game down there for sure.
Absolutely. I heard he's just signing autographs for everybody after the game. Like it's really like you could just do that,
Yeah,
over there.
you can truly tell that like Justin Turner is a man of baseball. Like he's playing just off of pure passion. It's not about the money, it's not about the ego. It really is just about the love of the game and like connecting with fans in that way,
Yeah.
It's cool. I really enjoy it. Like I said, I really want to go down there and watch a game. He's bringing a lot of excitement down to Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's really I wish he was still with the Dodgers, you know. I
Yeah.
feel like come on, we can get him a roster spot,
Yeah.
just we
Exactly.
kept Kershaw for a couple years, We
Uh,
get
yeah, we know. Kept him a little
exactly.
longer than needed, but shout out to Kerr. She's another
Exactly.
legendary Dodger. But yeah, I agree. I really hope that Justin Turner, if he ever turned into a coach or something, he'd go back to the Dodgers
Exactly. Oh,
because he was kind of like a Kike in the locker room. Like he was the guy that kind of held it together. He was a leader, great player, great guy. So I really enjoyed Justin Turner when he played for the Dodgers all those years.
absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So, I wanted to play a couple games with you here. All right.
Yes.
One of them is start, cut, bench here. Okay. So I have a list of names here, going back from, current Dodgers to Dodgers of the past. And so we'll start with this one start, cut, bench. Kike Hernandez, Justin Turner, Chris Taylor.
Wow. The two men we were just talking about, Kike
I know.
Hernandez and Justin Turner.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to be starting Justin Turner.
Hmm.
JT, he was just a man of the people and he had a great glove at third. He would, knock in some runs really well. So Justin Turner, I'm starting. Kike Hernandez, I will have on the bench. He brings a lot of energy regardless of when he comes into the game, whether he's starting or whether he's finishing. So I think he's a good utility guy to sit on the bench. And I'm unfortunately going to have to cut Chris Taylor, even though I love CT3. He's an amazing guy, but he's going on my cut list for this one.
He's a utility guy. He was, one of the best at that. But yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Yes, I'm glad. I'm glad he just didn't disappoint.
No, exactly. You got to start Justin Turner, Kike, and also, like bringing Kike off the bench, man. That's going to be a spark that you need.
Yes, yeah. When he comes back, I mean, even when he came back for just those 2 games this season, while he was out from recovering from his surgery, you could feel like his presence was palpable, and I'm really excited. Hopefully, his oblique kind of gets it together soon, so he can be back in playing mode. But there's not a guy like Kike Hernandez on the team. Like he's got the energy, he's got the drive, he's got the charisma. So yeah, Kike's my guy. He's my utility guy for everything.
Exactly. All right, next here is Cody Bellinger, Corey Seager, Freddie Freeman.
Oof. That one's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting. All right, who are we starting? Okay. I gotta start Corey Seager. Even though he's a Texas guy now, Corey Seager in my book will be a legendary Dodger too. So I'm gonna start Corey Seager. Great defense, great hitting. Let's see. I'm gonna be benching Cody Bellinger. I do love Mr. Bellinger, but
Former
MVP, but Freddie Freeman, I mean, you got Mr. Walk-Off, Mr. Clutch. I mean, he's been the most consistent player throughout his career in baseball. So, yeah, I think even though I feel like I should be starting Freddie Freeman, we're going to bench him. And then he can come in for Seager if Seager needs some help. But I believe in Seager, too. Seager was, 2020 World Series MVP?
Yeah.
So yeah, I love Seager. He was a great addition to the Dodgers. Again, that 2017 team for me is deep in my heart. I still hate the Astros so much every day of my life. I don't care how much people tell me I need to stop thinking about it. I'm gonna bring it up every time I hear about it because
it'll be 20 years from now, and
I'll be on my deathbed and I'll say I still hate the Astros. So that's kind of how I feel. But yeah, all right. So start Seager, bench Bellinger. Oh no, cut Bellinger and bench Freeman.
I'm gonna start Freddie Freeman. I'm going to bench Corey Seager, and Cody had a great year. Was it 2018?
Yep.
Anything after that?
Yeah, the last few have been tough for him, but he's still one of my faves. Cody Bellinger has a soft spot in my heart too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, last one here: Mookie Betts, Yasiel Puig, Matt Kemp.
Okay, so I am. Oof. This one's hard because Yasiel Puig to me was the coolest guy. I know a lot of people didn't like him because of his antics and stuff like that, and like sticking his tongue out and everything. But you gotta admit, Yasiel Puig was one of the most entertaining baseball players.
Would they call him the Wild Horse?
Yeah, he just brought the entertainment. He was an insane batter. And then there's also that like legendary walk-off homer picture of him and then Kobe Bryant in the background just like so okay, so I'm going to start Dang, Matt Kemp and Mookie Betts though. Matt Kemp was great. I loved Matt Kemp. Another one I'm still mad about is Ryan Braun. When he won the MVP, man. Justice for Matt Kemp. He had a great year that year, and he did it without steroids. So So I will start Matt Kemp.
Interesting.
Okay, I can't put Yasiel Puig over Mookie Betts though. As much as I love Yasiel Puig, he's benched. And I mean, he's cut, and I will bench Mookie Betts.
Yeah, I look at Matt Kemp. He he's like an OG. Like if you're a Dodger fan, like true and true, Matt Kemp, he was Mr. Dodgers before the Dodgers became the Dodgers.
Oh, look, I got another bobblehead for you.
Oh,
I can't
nice.
right here.
My gosh, look at that. Yeah, that's super cool. Love that. Love that.
Oop,
Oh, now we can't hear you. Technical
can you hear me now?
Okay, yep. I can
Okay,
hear
sorry.
you.
I totally cut it out. But yeah, Matt Kemp. Love Matt Kemp. So go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to start Mookie Betts. I'm going to bench Matt Kemp and sorry, Puig.
Yeah. Yeah. As much as I love Puig and his antics, he
Yeah.
was inconsistent. So
Exactly. There
Yeah.
was like well, okay, so like his rookie year for Yasiel Puig, he was amazing. And then
Yeah.
like fell off really hard. And then towards the end of his Dodger career, picked it back up a little bit. But yeah, there was like a couple years where you're like, oh man, this guy's I don't know about him.
Yeah, he got a little crazy. Yeah, Wild Horse was the perfect name for him. But yeah, he will also be one of my lifelong Dodgers in my heart. He was so fun to watch. I know, like I said, I know a lot of people hated him and didn't like the
Yes.
energy he brought. But I mean, he was bat flipping before bat flipping was kind of accepted. You know, nowadays these kids are throwing fingers at each other and and like flipping the bat like crazy. But back then, when Yasiel Puig was doing it, people did not like it. People were like, throw the bat down, run the bases. But he was a man of the people. He was a showman.
Exactly. He was. He really, really was.
Yeah.
All right. So, lastly here, and you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to list off quite a few names here. So, this game is called Real or Fake. You're going to have to determine, well, and you're pretty good. You know your Dodger history, so I'm thinking you're going to do pretty good at this.
Let's hope. I hope.
So, real or fake? Let's see here. All right, I'll give you, let's see here, five names here. Let's see.
Okay.
Here. I have a
Let's see how I do.
I have a whole list here. Let's see here. Oh, well, you know what? These names you're obviously gonna get them. Let's see. All right. Number 1, James Loney.
Definite Dodger. Love James Loney, first baseman. Great guy.
Number 2, Brett Tomko.
Brett Tomko. I'm gonna say that's fake.
According to Chat GPT, it is real.
Oh, okay. Strike one.
Vince Calderon.
Vince Calderon. Gosh, I feel like that's a movie name. Vince Calderon. I'm going fake again.
You're right. It is fake.
Yes. Okay. We're still at strike one. Let's go.
Let's see here. Hong, and I'm going to badly mispronounce this. I apologize. Hong Ching Kuo.
He was a Dodger. I believe he was a pitcher too. I think I have a bobblehead of him as well. Hung
You
Ching
do?
Kuo. Yep. I'm telling you, my dad has everything. There's a whole other case in the garage that's just full of Dodger stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Hung Ching Kuo, definite Dodger. I remember him.
Definitely. Casey Blake.
Casey Blake. That sounds too fake. I'm gonna say fake.
That is
Dang
real.
it! Strike two!
Real.
Casey Blake. Dang. Okay, I gotta look these guys up after.
Let's see here. Derek Montrose.
Derek Montrose? I'm going fake again. Am I gonna get strike three?
You're right. It's fake.
Oh, fake.
It is fake.
Perfect.
Let's see here. Let's do a good one here. Paul LaDuca.
He's a real Dodger.
He's a real Dodger.
Real
See,
Dodger.
I knew
Catcher,
you'd be able to
right?
yes, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
See, I knew you'd be able to get these.
Yes. I know a lot more than I thought I did, I guess.
Exactly. Let's see here. Oh, you'll get this. Chad Billingsley.
Pitcher. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Have a Chad Billingsley bobblehead as well.
Caesar Arturis.
Ooh, Caesar Arturis?
He's Turris.
He's true. I'm going fake.
Real.
Dang it!
Real.
You're gonna have to send me these guys' names
I know.
after so I can add
I
them
know.
to my file cabinet up here.
Definitely. Let's do a couple more here. All right. Let's do Owen Prescott.
Owen Prescott. I'm going fake.
It is fake.
Fake, yes.
All right. Last one of the Dodgers here. Let's see here. Let's pick a good one. Gavin Hollowbrook.
Gavin Hollowbrook.
Sounds like a baseball player's name.
But is it a baseball player's name?
Yeah.
That's the real question. Gavin Hollowbrook. Okay. I'm gonna say that it is a real name.
Nope. It is
Dang
fake.
it!
I
Oh my gosh. I thought there was too many fakes I said and I had to go true, but I've deceived myself. Gavin Hollowbrook
Yeah.
is fake.
I'll put it in the chat here. All these
Okay,
here.
perfect. I gotta brush up on my Dodgers and know which ones are fake for next time.
Exactly. There's a lot of these where I'm like, dang, she's gonna get these. Like you're definitely gonna get Rick Monday.
Yep, legendary Cubs play too
yeah.
in the outfield.
Right. Hideo Nomo, Eric
Hideo
Gagne,
Nomo.
All these other ones. Rafael for call.
Loved Rafael for call number 15.
Yes. Wanaribe.
Yes, another guy who was great. I forgot
Carl
what number he was.
Crawford.
Yes.
Yeah. So a lot of these I was like, dang, like you're pretty good. So
You're like too easy, too easy. You got to make it hard.
exactly.
I think I got 4 wrong, so I got strike 4. But
exactly.
hey, that was okay. I'm glad I did what I could. Yeah, Rick Honeycutt, Eric Gagne. Yeah, totally. Very cool. Yeah, I honestly I did like kind of look up like what are weird Dodger names that are out there so I could kind of be prepared for it. And you said none of that, so I'm glad because those were really hard to remember.
Derek Montrose. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're like Derek Montrose, Riley Cordero. Hey, but I'm telling you, like they do sound real, so it was hard to kind of differentiate from that.
Exactly. And honestly, like, my gosh, there could have been like all these players, like the fake ones, could have been real Dodgers. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Who knows? Like, they could have been.
They could have been. You never know.
Exactly.
Shoulda, woulda.
There's 50 players on the Dodgers every year.
Yep.
Or how many? I don't know.
And the Dodgers have been around for a very long time.
Exactly.
They've got their history for sure. So I didn't know how far back to go for these weird names.
Exactly. Well, cool. Yeah. Well, any last words of, anything you want to promote, anything you want to discuss here on our podcast?
Really, the only promotion I have is if you want to go check out my stuff. I do a lot of Dodger recaps, Dodger updates. Like I said, I love the Tower Buzzers, so I'm always at the Tower Buzzer games. I guess, too, if you guys are watching and you haven't gone to a Tower Buzzer game yet, and you're a diehard Dodger fan,
I haven't gone. So.
You need to go to a Tower Buzzer game. It is one of the most amazing stadiums. It's hard to believe it's a single A stadium with how much money they put into it.
Right.
But it is so much fun. My favorite thing to do now is watching my Dodger game on my phone while sitting in the stadium at Ontario Field watching the Tower Buzzers.
Nice.
It's been so much fun. So I make a lot of Tower Buzzer content. Just kind of trying to figure it out and see what people like and hope people like me too. So my page is called The Dodger Buzz. My username is SammyB23, so you could go check that out. And again, I just really want to thank you for having me on. I have never been on a podcast before, and you're the first person that I really get to talk sports with outside of like my family and friends. So I really appreciate your time and you thinking of me, and I'm gonna remember this forever for sure. It's been so much fun talking to you, and I hope we do it again soon. You're an awesome guy.
Yeah, you're awesome too, and it's been really cool. And thank you for accepting the invite to come on. And we could definitely do it again sometime soon.
Yeah, let's do it again for sure. We'll run it back and talk about some more real and fake names. Hopefully, I'll do a little better next time.
Exactly. You can come up with a list. You'll come.
Yeah, I'll come up with the list next time. I'll come up with some games for you. I promise.
Sounds good. All right. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time on another one.